Lovely town of Truro, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter, as mentioned. As we get ready for this one, it is the Kings Hockey Club, who've already played once today. They came away with a 4-1 victory in their opener against the host team, the Fundy Thunder. They are in white with the maroon and gray trim, and they will be taking on the Cabot Highlanders, who are playing their first game of the tournament. As there we go, get that a little. Oop. There. As we are underway here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center. Orchard with the puck for the Kings. Kings in white, as mentioned. Highlanders in their blue with the green trim. Puck comes to the line. Landry with a shot. That is Daniel Landry. There are several common surnames on this Cabot Highlanders team, so we'll try to do our best to keep them, keep it straight as to who's who. McInnes in there forechecking. That's John Hugh McInnes. He gets the puck to Broussard. Broussard trying to work it back down low again, but it's intercepted by the Kings, and out they come as the first period is underway. If you're watching a game for the first time in this tournament, the timing a little bit different than the regular season for the Nova Scotia U16AAA Hockey League, as with only 2 hours allotted for each game, and we are running a few minutes behind schedule. We had some technical issues in one of the previous games. The puck rolls right in onto the goaltender, and getting the start in goal for the Highlanders, that is Mason Doucette, number 92, getting the start. So Doucette there, as you can see, with the 92 on his sleeve and on his face mask. And at the other end of the ice, it's going to be Logan Evans when we get a chance to look at him. He'll make his first start of the tournament after he was backing up Joseph Saunders for game number 1 that the Kings played. Again, for the Highlanders, this is their first game of the tournament. And as I was mentioning, the timing a little bit different here than you might be used to if you've been watching the Nova Scotia U16AAA League all season long. We're playing it with the timing that is similar to how U15 Major plays, 2 15-minute periods, and then a flood after the second period, and then a 20-minute third period. And the reason we're doing this is just because we've got 2 hours per game time slot. So in order to be able to make sure that we get the games in and everything, we're playing it a little bit different, but every game in the tournament is being played the same format, so it's not like any team is getting a particular advantage or disadvantage because of this change. Every game in the round robin will follow the same format. It's a full 5-team round robin. Everybody will play everybody over these 2 days. By the time tomorrow's all done, everybody will have played 4 times, and then the top 2 teams will go directly to the championship game. Puck cleared all the way down the ice. Race to get to it, and Amaro is slightly ahead of Davidson. And with Amaro being for the Kings and Davidson for the Highlanders, that means we will have an icing call against the Cabot Highlanders. 1:44 gone here in period number 1. As mentioned, the Highlanders are the visiting team for the purposes of this game. And coming in, there's a shot that goes off the leg of Landry, that being Austin Landry. There's a shot blocker save made by Doucette, and the puck cleared away down the length of the ice. And it'll be another icing call again against Cabot Highlanders. Highlanders know for sure that no matter how this weekend goes, they've got another weekend of hockey left in them, because they will be hosting the Maritime Championship Tournament coming up. I believe it's next weekend, and they'll be playing that at their home rink in Port Hawkesbury, and it'll be a 4-team tournament next weekend. The Highlanders, along with the winner of this tournament, if the Highlanders do win this tournament, whomever they play in the championship game would be the team to represent Nova Scotia. And then Moncton, who won New Brunswick, will be the 3rd team, and the 4th team would be whoever ends up winning Prince Edward Island. In the best of 7 Prince Edward Island final right now is tied at 2 games apiece. But here comes a chance for Heb, and the save made there. The puck then goes off of the post after going off of the leg of Evans, and the first dangerous scoring chance of the game goes in favor of the Cabot Highlanders. Puck comes back to the line for Campbell now. He'll send a shot wide. Off the end boards. White picks up the puck. He'll play it around to the near side for Probert. Probert can't clear the zone as Campbell keeps the puck in. Played around the wall. White holds it in, or White picks up below his own goal line, Now he'll play it ahead for Probert. Probert with some space. Gains the red line, dumps the puck down into the Highlanders zone. Back to get it is John Hugh McInnes. 4 players with the surname McInnes. And we've got John Hugh, Jack, Jake, and Daniel. So if I end up making mistakes with those 4 players, please don't anybody from any of the McInnes families take offense. I'm not trying to get them all confused, but it might end up happening inadvertently. Here's, that was McClellan getting the puck to Landry. There's a shot by Landry, that being Daniel Landry. Again, a couple of common surnames for the Landrys as well in there. Now the puck comes free and it'll be picked up by Jace McLean of the Kings. And he'll play it off the wall past King. Because of course the team that the Kings are playing against has to have a player with the surname King. Just to make my life more interesting. Icing waved off as Weston gets to the puck right as it was getting to the goal line. Played out. Now it's picked up by Daniel Landry. He'll bring it right back in again for the Cabot Highlanders. Send it right to the end boards. Orchard will pick up there. He gets tied up along the end wall. Sets it up for Verge, and Verge will get it out to center ice. Waiting for it there. Daniel Landry once again, who plays it back into the King zone. Evans sets it down there. And it's flipped right back out to center. Urquhart. That being Andrew Urquhart. There's a common surname for the Kings as they've got Andrew and Cameron Urquhart, both of whom picked up assists on one of the goals this morning in the Kings 4-1 victory. Puck played around the wall to the far side. Amaro can't get to it. It's poked out to center. Jackman will gather it in there. And here comes Jordan Jackman. He'll flip it down, go chasing after it. Getting to it first ahead of him was Oliver, who'll play it around to the far side. Reddick tried to turn and fire it out, but misplayed the puck there. Now Frazier steps up to it for the Kings. Off the end boards, into the near side corner. Oliver will get it there. He'll cycle it back around to the far side for Landry. That being, again, Austin Landry. Now off the end boards at the side of the net. Played over to the near side for Bowie. Can't read my own writing. Now there's a chance, save made. Another chance for Martin. Puck still loose. And we'll get a stoppage. And a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle, but nothing too untoward. And let's take another look at that save that for the post. Dangerous scoring chance there for the Cabot Highlanders to strike first. Puck comes to Campbell. He's got Probert draped all over him as Campbell trying to work free from the end boards. Puck comes to Pay for the Kings. Pay can't get a shot away. Now he does, but it's blocked in front. I believe that was John Hugh McInnes who got a piece of that one. Probert plays it back to the line for LeBlanc across to the near side. White sends into the traffic in front of the net and just cleared away from off of the goal line. A big play there by A.J. McDonald to get that puck free. Now Probert without a stick gets some lumber from his buddy Frazier on the ice. And now Probert loses that stick too. He's able to pick it back up. And A.J. McDonald getting hauled down by White, and we will have a penalty coming up for that here in a moment. There's a shot that goes off the outside of the net as White touches the puck, and they're going to call it slashing. And actually they're going to call a slash and a hold. So we're going to get 2 penalties here, and it looks like both teams are going to have a player go to the box, so it'll stay 5-on-5. It's going to be Jake McInnes going off for the slash, White going off for the hold, and both of these penalties coming with 8:19 to go in the first period of play. So just as I try and get all this information written down on my game sheet to help me keep track of everything that's going on. So it'll remain 5-on-5 with the 2 players in the box for 2 minutes plus. They'll have to wait for a whistle, of course, to be set free. Keats takes it behind his own net for the Kings. Puck played out to center, gathered in there by Daniel Landry. He'll dump it in, steered towards the corner by Evans, picked up by Orchard. He'll wrap it around to the far side for Weston. Weston plays it up the wall. Daniel Landry able to hold it onside. Now with it is Langell. He'll get it out to center, flip it over the head of Daniel Landry, right towards the net. Doucette settles it there. Now it'll be picked up by Jack McInnes. Lead pass deflected ahead, and I believe that was that was McDonald. McClellan, William McClellan, and now Orchard gets the puck ahead. Nice pass right onto the stick of Cameron Urquhart. Nice play to get around Austin Landry. He fires a shot and it goes way up high into the air and out of play. 7:11 left to go here in the first period. So Kings finished the regular season tied with the Basin Armada for first place overall. By virtue of tiebreakers, were the number 2 seed going into the Nova Scotia playoffs. They had a best-of-3 series against the number 7 seed Martello Buccaneers, and they won that game or that series in 2 straight games, best of 3. The Cabot Highlanders were in the 4 versus 5 series. They were the 4th seed. The Dartmouth Voyageurs, or the Voyageurs Hockey Club, the 5th seed, and the Voyageurs ended up winning that best of 3 in 3 games. But the Highlanders got in by virtue of being the highest ranked non-winning team after the Fundy Thunder got the victory in their series. So they came in as the host team, but winning their way in, leaving that open spot for the team that had the best record out of non-winning teams in those playoff series. Puck goes off the skate of John Hugh McInnes, comes up to Bowie. Bowie couldn't do anything with that, however. Now it's going to be Cameron Urquhart. His shot goes off the stick of Reddick, and the Highlanders will gather it in. Puck cleared out to center ice by John Hugh McInnes. Here's Bernier with the puck now. He'll play it ahead. John Hugh McInnes gets a piece of that one, and it'll roll down towards the corner. Daniel Landry will get it. He'll fire it around the boards to the near side for Bowie. Bowie will get it ahead, and coming out to center, running into a brick wall there was Broussard. Now Broussard has his stick knocked out of his hands. Looking at the referees, neither ref puts an arm up on that play, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Amaro quickly across to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will dump it down into the Highlander end. Under 6 minutes left to go here, first period. No score between the Highlanders and the Kings Hockey Club. LeBlanc holds the puck in at the line. That's going to be, I was going to say, that's going to be a hand pass. It was a bit of a delayed reaction on the whistle, but we do get it with 5:44 left to go here in the opening period. Still looking for the first goal of the game as the coincidental penalties come to an end. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, the story of this tournament so far is special teams, as the Kings beat the Thunder 4-1, 2 power play goals. A big part of the difference in that game. And then the second game, we saw the Basin Armada lose to the Voyageurs 3-0. All 3 goals scored on the power play by the Voyageurs, while the Armada went 0 for 4 with the power play. As the puck cleared out to center ice, Oliver picks it up, quickly turns it back the other way and dumps it in. It comes off the end boards. LeBlanc able to chop it ahead, and out to center it comes. Jackman trying to get it across for Martin. That pass is cleared away by that being Jake McInnes. So Jake McInnes wears 11. Jack McInnes wears 2. John Hugh McInnes wears 19. And the 4th McInnes, which is Ryan, wears number 4. So, like I said, we'll try and make sure we keep them all straight. And no offense intended to any of the McInnes families if I do end up mixing any up at any point. Here's Campbell with the puck now. Campbell, a couple of nice moves there to try and create some space for himself. Unfortunately, he ran out of room, and Orchard was able to get the puck away from him. Now around to the far side, John Hugh McInnes sends it down to the end boards. Orchard will pick up behind his own net and flip it out to center. It hops over the stick of Campbell, race to get to the puck, getting there first. Coming out of his net to play it was Broussard as Doucette, as Fraser was coming in. Now here's McClellan with the puck. He'll play it off the wall back to Hebb. Hebb sends it down the boards into the corner. Back to Hebb, and his shot blocked nicely by Orchard, and it ends up right on the stick of Probert. He gives to Thompson. 3:45 left to go here, first period. Thompson across to the far side. Pass intended for Pay. Goes off of his leg. Probert gets it back. That shot goes off the leg of Hebb. Now Jack McInnes pokes it ahead, but it's held in the zone. Puck comes back to Bernier a second time. He'll play it across for Amaro. Amaro's shot hits Pay in front of the net, and it falls to the stick of McClellan, who's able to bring it out through center as far as the Kings blue line, but it's turned over there and coming back the other way. Amaro drops off for Probert. Probert's shot hits a body. Gathered up by Pay. Pay will play it back to Thompson. Thompson's shot gets all the way through, and Doucette able to cover up and hang on for a stoppage. 3:07 left to go in the first period, and still no goals in this game between the Highlanders and the Kings Hockey Club. Kings hoping to jump out to an early lead in the standings here. They're already 1-0. If they can finish day one with a 2-0 record and be off the ice for the rest of the day, that'll be a huge bonus for them heading into day number 2. They'll be the first team to have finished their games in day 1, so theoretically have a little bit more rest going into day 2. And if they can also be 2-0, then they'll be sitting pretty, as the saying goes, as Oliver plays the puck around to Austin Landry, ahead for Ryan McInnes, who sets the puck up there for King. King then gets held up at the Kings blue line. Now McHattie with the puck. McHattie able to play it down into the Kings zone. Kings Hockey Club able to pick it up there, and they'll flip it out, but it goes over the glass now to play. We'll get a stoppage with 2:14 left to go here in the opening frame. Again, 2 15-minute periods followed by a flood after the second. After the first period, it's just a couple-minute break and a quick change of ends, and then a flood after the second and the full 20-minute third period. Right off of the draw there, it was one back to Reddick, but Reddick had the puck roll off the heel of his stick before he could get a shot away. Now Urquhart, and Verge coming the other way. Cameron Urquhart tries to get it to the front of the net for Andrew Urquhart. That pass doesn't connect. Now White stepping down from the point. Gets it to Cameron Urquhart in the corner. Puck comes back to the line for Joel Verge. He'll play it across to the far side. LeBlanc sends it back down low. Cameron Urquhart, pass intended for Verge. It goes through him, but again, LeBlanc able to get to the puck before it clears the zone. Cameron Urquhart takes a couple of bumps as he works his way up the wall, plays it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, though, has the puck poked off his stick by Reddick, and having to get back on it is White. White plays it ahead for Cameron Urquhart. That's broken up. Now here's Broussard with the puck. He'll bring it in across the blue line. He takes a bump and took him a moment to lose his balance, but when he eventually did go down, the Kings were able to take advantage and come back the other way. Andrew Urquhart, his pass intended for Verge, broken up nicely. And now away from the puck, we're going to have a penalty against Joel Verge. And cross-checking is the indication. And Verge trying to plead his case, not going to win any arguments there. So with 1:07 left to go in the first period, we'll have the first power play of the game. It will go in favor of the Cabot Highlanders, and we can tell you the Kings on their penalty kill, they are 1 for 1 killing penalties so far in this tournament. They only went shorthanded once in their opening game against the Fundy Thunder. So the Kings technically are 100% on the penalty kill so far. But with the small sample size of just the one penalty to kill, not too much to read into that just yet, although their penalty kill through the regular season was also very good. Highlanders' first power play of the tournament. McDonald plays the puck into the corner. Now back out for Jake McInnes, and that will be batted away, and John Hugh McInnes has to go back and pick up. McInnes, John Hugh, takes it out from behind the net, gives the puck to Broussard, working his way up the near side wall. Or sorry, that was McDonald. Broussard's over at the far side. Probert able to get his stick on it, and he'll launch it down the ice. 1:14 left to go in the penalty. Only 20 seconds left in the period, however, so the power play will likely carry over into period number 2, unless something happens in these last 10 seconds. But instead, we get an offside as Broussard was forced to make an extra little move there right at the blue line. And so we'll get a stoppage with 7.5 seconds left to go in the first period of play. A relatively quick first period, which hopefully will help us get back on schedule. Like I said, we had this game start about 10 minutes behind schedule or so as the first period comes to an end. And we'll get a quick break, and then we'll get ready for period number 2 coming up in just a moment. Your first period summary pretty quick. No goals. We had, 3 penalties called. 2 of them were coincidental, and the one power play that we had in that period ended up carrying over into the second. So both teams technically are still 0 for 0 on the power play and 0 for 0 on the penalty kill. But the first power play is still in progress, and that power play in favor of the Cabot Highlanders. Shots on goal favor the Kings Hockey Club by a margin of 6-2. And so we'll go into the second the way we came into the start of this game, knotted up at Goose Eggs between the Kings and the Cabot Highlanders. We mentioned the Highlanders are the hosts of the Maritime Championship Tournament coming up. Like I said, I believe it's next weekend. And they will be joined by whoever wins this tournament. They'll be joined by the Moncton Thunderbirds, and they'll be joined by the winners of the Prince Edward Island Best of 7 series, which I think I started talking about. I don't know if I got all the way through it or not. That series between the Eastern Dukes and the Western Rebels is tied up at 2 games apiece. Game 5 goes tonight, Game 6 goes tomorrow night, and Game 7, if necessary, will go Monday. So if there is a 7th and deciding game in that series, that will be the last team determined to get into the Maritime Championship Tournament, which the Cabot Highlanders will be hosting coming up. Like I say, I believe it's next weekend. It might be in 2 weeks. I can't remember for sure on that. Puck cleared down the length of the ice as the Kings still have 36 seconds left to kill on this penalty. Daniel Landry plays it across to the far side for Hebb. Hebb will carry across the blue line. Drop it back to Oliver. Oliver over for Reddick, but that pass doesn't quite connect, and the Kings will launch it down the length of the ice yet again. Doucette settles it there for Landry. Daniel Landry waiting behind the net. Just 10 seconds left in the power play. Now Landry will start to work it ahead. And unfortunately, the numbers on the sleeves for these Cabot Highlanders, next to impossible to read. There's a shot just off the tip of the glove of Evans. Now the puck over to the far side. Oliver with it. He'll send it behind the net for Bowie. Bowie will play it back up the wall. It comes all the way to the line for Austin Landry. But Landry couldn't quite keep that puck onside, and so we'll get a stoppage. And as you can see on your screen there, a blue number on a green background on the sleeve, just about impossible to read. And if anyone from the Highlanders franchise is listening, the jerseys are sharp. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I think the color scheme is great. The only thing I'd ask next time you order new ones, have those numbers on the sleeves be white, and then play-by-play guys all across the province will love you forever. You make those numbers white, and those go from being really good jerseys to being pretty much perfect jerseys. Just saying. Had to get that in there. Puck comes back to the line to Campbell. He couldn't quite hold it onside. And so as the puck ends up being touched by Jake McInnes. We get an offside against the Cabot Highlanders, 13:22 left to go here in the second period of play. As this is the longest we've gone into a game scoreless. Both of our first two games had goals in the first period, so for this tournament anyway, we're scoreless into the second for the first time in game number 3 of, again, what will be 11 by the time all is said and done. 5 games today, 5 games tomorrow, and then just the one game on Sunday. Top 2 teams go right to the championship game. No semifinals, no bronze medal, just the one game on Sunday. Winner take all for the provincial championship and the berth in the tournament for the Maritime Championship. Daniel Landry plays the puck ahead. It goes just past Bernier, and we'll get an icing call against Cabot here with 2:06 gone in the second. And like I mentioned, the reason we're a few minutes behind schedule here, we had some technical issues down in the penalty box during game number 2. Everything flowed smoothly through game number 1, but then when we went to start game number 2, they were having some issues with the clock. We were delayed by about 5 or 6 minutes, and that's almost dead on how far behind. Well, we're about 10 minutes behind schedule, so that delay did take up most of that reason that we are behind. Daniel Landry back to get it for the Highlanders. He'll play it around to John Hugh McInnes, who will play it back around to the far side for Jake McInnes, who chops it out to center. Played right back in again, and Jake McInnes gets it back out again. Kings at their own line. Now John Hugh McInnes with it. Times it well coming in as McClellan had to come out of the zone. Gets the shot away, and we get the save made. Well-timed play, but it doesn't end up working out as a goal, as the save made by Evans. Verge wins the face-off back to the end boards for Weston. Weston plays it into the corner where Orchard can pick it up. Orchard kicking the puck free as he had Heb on him. Now Orchard working his way forward. He'll come through center, dump the puck right in onto Doucette. Doucette steers it towards the corner. Now Jack McInnes on it. He's got Orchard on him, though. Orchard able to win the puck back for Kings. Played back to the line for Weston. Weston sends it down off the end boards. It'll bounce to Oliver. He'll get it ahead, and out come the Highlanders as Jack McInnes tried to make a pass to McClellan, but that was deflected away. Down into the Kings zone. Verge picks up there. He'll play it ahead to Cameron Urquhart, up to Andrew Urquhart. Urquhart's pass intended for Verge gets deflected. Now Andrew Urquhart back on it again, drops for Cameron Urquhart. In front for Verge, there's a chance. And the puck just goes off the heel of Verge's stick. Great position, and another chance for Verge, but this time it's directly into the glove of netminder goes by the wayside yet again. I got to say, the goaltending that we've seen in this tournament so far has been really, really strong, pretty much across the board. King with the puck now for the Highlanders. He'll play it across to John Hugh McInnes, who feels like he's been out there just about 3/4 of the time. And if John Hugh McInnes isn't out there, then Daniel Landry is. I don't think there has been any time yet where at least one of them, if not both, are not out there on defense for the Cabot Highlanders. And those two boys, they're going to log a lot of minutes this weekend Now here's a pass ahead for Reddick. Reddick has a bit of a step on LeBlanc. LeBlanc, but what a back check there by White. A great hustle on the back check by White, and then White draws a penalty as he gets taken into the boards by Reddick. Reddick's going to go off for boarding, but let's take another look at this back check. Great. Draws a penalty as well, so the Kings will go to the power play for the first time in this game for the boarding call, as Theo Reddick is in the box. And we can tell you that the Kings are 2 for 4 on the power play so far in this tournament, after going 2 for 4 in the game earlier this morning against the Fundy Thunder. Obviously, the Highlanders, this is their first penalty kill of the weekend as they're playing in their first game. Weston with the puck behind the net. Lead pass for Verge. Getting a stick in the way of that was Davidson, but then Verge got it and dumped it in. It'll come around the boards to Orchard. Orchard down into the corner for Urquhart. That's Cameron Urquhart trying the wraparound, but the door closed by Doucette. Urquhart back on it again. He'll play it to the line for Weston. Over to the near side for Verge. Joel Verge back to Weston again. Weston and Verge switch spots. Weston gives to Verge. 1:02 left to go in the power play. Over. There's a shot. They score! 3 power play goals for the Kings in their 2 games. And 3 power play goals all scored by Braden Martin in the 2 games. But Braden Martin gets his 3rd goal. His team has 3 power play goals. He has 3 power play goals and 3 points so far in this tournament. And the Kings go up 1-0, opening the scoring at 5:45 of the second period. And the Kings power play continues. Jaden Weston with his 2nd assist of the weekend. He also assisted on one of the power play goals by Martin in the first game. And getting his 4th point of the tournament, Joel Verge. He assisted on both power play goals and scored one of the goals in the opening game. So he's now got a goal and 3 assists for Kings as they're out front 1-0 in their 2nd game. Highlanders trailing 1-0 in the first game that they are playing here this weekend. McClellan gets the puck out, but it's intercepted by White. White dumps it right in onto Doucette, who steers it aside there, sets it up for Austin Landry. Landry plays it around the boards. McLean waiting for it for the Kings. Sends it towards the net. Now it comes back to McLean. He can't get it through to Jackman. It'll be taken away by McDonald, and McDonald will get the pass ahead for Jake McInnes. McInnes was held up at the blue line enough that Davidson went in offside. Now LeBlanc, being watched by Davidson, plays the puck back to White. Davidson getting some pressure as White lost his footing, and then LeBlanc lost his stick, and now White gets the puck as the Kings almost with a comedy of errors there, but were able to recover enough, and now they come through center. And here's Martin. He has the goal in this game, firing a shot, and Doucette makes the save, and then Martin avoids a hit from the captain of the Highlanders just as the whistle goes. And Highlander captain Austin Landry skating over to his bench. With 7:26 left to go here in the first period of play, and the Kings with that 1-0 lead. Pay to take this draw against Broussard. Broussard wins it down into the corner. Puck goes up into the air, comes down at the feet of Daniel Landry. He'll find some room to get the puck ahead to Reddick. Reddick sets up Broussard, and Broussard comes out. Here's Broussard in across the line. Broussard has the puck knocked off his stick. Reddick following up, had it for a moment, but then lost it over to the far wall. Now played around to the near side. Thompson will pick up there for the Kings. Off the glass and out. Down the ice it goes. Pay trying to get to it. Daniel Landry gets there about the same time. They both end up over skating it. That allows John Hugh McInnes to get it. Play it around to Reddick at the near wall. But Reddick couldn't do anything with that. Now Bowie coming back. He'll pick up the puck and feed it ahead to Broussard. Broussard coming through center, in across the blue line. Pass for Bowie. Broken up by Orchard, and Orchard will get it off the glass and back out to center ice. John Hugh McInnes there waiting for it. He'll carry ahead across the red line, dump the puck in, go chasing after it. Orchard gets there first, reverses it to Weston. Weston has a little bit of free space in front of him, tries to make a cross-ice pass. Reddick knocks that puck down, then sends it towards the net. Weston will play it around to Orchard at the far wall. Ahead, that puck hops over the stick of Verge, and so it's going to be an icing call against the Kings with 6:11 left to go here in period number 2. And we continue to sit at that 1-0 scoreline that favors the Kings. Here in the second period, the goal coming at 5:45 of period number 2. Scored by the Kings on their power play. Bringing their power play now to 3 for 5 on the weekend so far. And amazingly, that's not even the best power play that we've seen this weekend. Voyageurs power play 3 for 4. So a power play that's at 75%, better than a power play that's at 60%. And again, small sample sizes, but still. Amaro goes to dump the puck in. It's knocked down, ends up right on the stick of Andrew Urquhart. He couldn't get much of a shot away. And then King runs into Cameron Urquhart. The puck ends up with Ryan McInnes. He gets taken off of the puck, however. Now it's going to be King backing up with it. He'll turn and play it ahead. And McHattie will send it around the wall. Puck is slow down there. Amaro able to get to it first as he gets an angle working against McClellan. Puck will come to the line. Austin Landry with a shot. That hits Amaro. Falls down, and a chance there at the side of the net, but that'll be cleared away. Now Campbell for Austin Landry. His shot blocked by Amaro just before it gets through to Evans. And now out come the Kings as here with the puck. Bernier, his drop pass misses Andrew Urquhart. And coming the other way, here's Jack McInnes with it now. He'll give to McClellan. McClellan tries a toe drag, but White with a great play. That's a couple of nice defensive plays that White has made in this game so far. Out to center. McInnes, John Hugh McInnes trying to dump it in. He couldn't. McClellan does get the puck back into the King zone as we're under 4.5 left to go here in the second period. There's a bump taken by McLean as he was bringing the puck in. Now Jack McInnes is on it for the Highlanders. McLean gets onto the puck but couldn't do anything with it as he and McLean and McInnes collided. Now Langell for the Kings ties up with McClellan right in front of the Highlander bench. McLean had to make an extra move, and in doing so put Keats into an offside position, and we'll get a stoppage with 3:56 remaining here in period number 2. Game number 3 here on day number 1. Can I throw in more numbers that don't involve the score? I'm sure I can somehow. The 2025, there you go. U16, there's another number. AAA Nova Scotia Championship Tournament from the Rath Eastlink Community Center. There's a shot. That goes just a little bit high. That shot coming off the stick of A.J. McDonald. Now played back to the line. Oliver will work it back down low. Puck comes all the way around the boards. Getting to it, there was Davidson. Battle along the near side wall. It comes free. Jackman had it for a moment, but then McDonald got it from him. Now Davidson will take it behind the net. Tries the wraparound. Evans gets across in time to make the save. Now Landry with it. Gives to McDonald. Loose puck. They score! as the Highlanders tie up the game. And it looks like it's going to be Davidson getting to finish things off here with 3:12 left to go in the second period, and it's now 1-1 between the Highlanders and the Kings. For Ryan Davidson, his first goal, first point of the weekend. A.J. McDonald and Daniel Landry with the assists on Davidson's first goal, first point of the tournament at 11:48 of the second period. And so we are all tied up at a goal apiece, both goals coming here in the second period. Reddick holds it in at the line. Orchard now will play it out. Just out of the reach of Andrew Urquhart and sent back in deep by Daniel Landry. Now out for Verge. Verge gives to Cameron Urquhart. He can't get his shot through. It comes back to Urquhart, bouncing puck, and clearing it away from the front of the net there, Daniel Landry. Dangerous chance for the Kings again, but the bouncing puck works in favor of the guys in blue and green. At least this time. Here's Thompson with it now. He'll get the pass across to Bernier. Bernier with a shot. That goes just off the outside of the net. Now sent behind the net. Austin Landry gets it as far as the line. Bernier works it back down to Thompson. Thompson tried to set it to Probert, but that pass was broken up by Jack McInnes. Now we'll get a stoppage with a hand pass. Let's take another look at that dangerous chance here for away from the danger. There was McInnes. Davidson collides with his man, and we're going to get a penalty as a couple of sticks got up high into the air. Head contact is going to get called, and it looks like it's going to be Amaro who's going to go off. And so the second power play of the afternoon for the Cabot Highlanders. And just like their first power play carried over from period 1 into period 2, this power play, if they don't score in the next minute and 29 seconds, will carry over from period 2 into period 3 as Amaro goes off for the head contact call with just 1:29 left to go in this second period. And right off of the draw, a shot and a save made by Evans, and we'll do it all again, but switch sides this time. As Davidson, Broussard, McDonald, McInnes, and McInnes out there on the power play for the Highlanders against Langell, Weston, Bernier, and McLean, the penalty killers for Kings. Here's McInnes, gives to McInnes. That was Jake giving to John Hugh. Now here's McDonald. He'll work it down into the corner. Looking to go cross crease with the pass intended for Broussard. It goes off Weston's leg and then rolls just wide of the net. Now John Hugh McInnes back on the puck at the line again into the final minute of the period. McDonald. A.J. McDonald, or Austin McDonald he's also known by. He does a lap of the zone, now drops the puck off to Jake McInnes on the near side. Back over to McDonald. McDonald with a shot, that goes wide of the net. Jake McInnes will pick up the puck with 34 seconds left. Play it back to John Hugh McInnes, and McInnes couldn't hold that puck onside as it was rolling just a little bit as it came to him. And we'll get an offside call with 30.7 seconds left to go in the period. Highlanders are getting some good pressure here on the power play, but not able to take advantage so far as we're all tied up at 1. Kings were able to score with their one and only power play they've had so far in this game. Highlanders 0 for 1 on the power play, and their second power play potentially carrying over into the third period as the puck goes down the length of the ice. Oliver back to get it. Just 10 seconds left in the period. Oliver coming out at the side of the net, nearly coughs up the puck to Joel Verge. And just because Verge is out there penalty killing, he is not a guy you want to give a puck to right in front of your own net like that. A dangerous play, but it doesn't end up coming back to hurt the Highlanders. Fortunately for them, we'll go into the second intermission, tied up at 1 goal apiece. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching the 2025 Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Provincial Championship Tournament here from the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro on AO Live, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here. Kings and Highlanders tied up at a goal apiece after the opening 30 minutes of play. Let's take you through the second period scoring summary. We had 2 goals in that period, the first one coming on the power play for the Kings. Their third power play goal of the tournament already, and the third for Braden Martin, as well as he has scored all 3 goals with the man advantage that the Kings have picked up this weekend. Braden Martin, his third goal, third point of the tournament, assisted by Jaden Weston and Joel Verge. That coming on the power play at 5:45 of period number 2, giving the Kings the 1-0 lead. They held that lead until 11:48 of the second period, when Ryan Davidson got his first goal, first point of the tournament. AJ McDonald and Daniel Landry with the assists on that one to make it 1-1 the score. 2 penalties called in that period, 1 against each team. Kings are 1 for 1 on the power play overall in this game, as they've had just the one-man advantage. Highlanders are 0 for 1. Their second power play still carries 31 seconds in it. Into this third period. Shots on goal in the second period favored the Highlanders by a margin of 9-8. The 2-period total favoring the Kings Hockey Club by a margin of 14-11. And so, as we get ready for our 20-minute third period, the score is Kings 1 and Highlanders 1. And we're ready to get this third period going with the Kings with 31 seconds of penalty kill time left to work off, and Jace McLean gets the puck as far as the Highlander blue line, and it's going to be played over to John Hugh McInnes. He'll set it up for McDonald. Austin McDonald, also known as AJ, sending the puck down into the Kings zone. 3 players collide in the corner, and Jake McInnes goes to play it back to the blue line, but nobody was there on that side, so John Hugh McInnes has to go back into his own zone to get the puck. He'll send it down now into the Kings' end. Orchard back to get it as we're back to 5-on-5. McDonald knocks the puck down right at the hash marks along the wall. Now takes the puck behind the net out into the far corner. Plays it back to the line. Just held onside there by John Hugh McInnes. Now Weston behind the net. He'll flip the puck out to center, and it'll be gathered in there by Daniel Landry. He goes to play it ahead, but it goes off the leg of Jace McLean and into the end boards. John Hugh McInnes will use the end wall to play it around to Daniel Landry. Landry's pass ahead for Heb, and Heb will deflect it down the ice. LeBlanc will go back and get it for the Kings and use the wall to get it to Bernier. Bernier reverses it right back over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fans on his first pass attempt, then gets the puck out to center. Now it'll be picked up by Fraser. Fraser gets his pocket picked with a nice play by Heb. Bernier on it. His pass intercepted by McClellan. He has to wait for everybody to get back on side. Doesn't quite wait long enough. And we get a stoppage with 1:30 gone in the third period. Taking a look ahead to the rest of today, the 4 o'clock game will feature the Thunder as the host team of this event. The Thunder will be playing at 4 o'clock, and they'll be taking on, I believe it's the Armada. Let me just double check that, because I've only said this how many times so far. Yes, it will be the Thunder and the Voyageurs, excuse me. So the Voyageurs, who picked up the victory in their first game, will be looking to go to 2-0. And the Thunder will be looking to avoid dropping to 0-2. And then the last game of the day will come after the opening ceremony, and that'll be the Armada taking on the Highlanders. Here's Martin with the puck. He'll play it over to LeBlanc. And that opening ceremony is scheduled for 6 o'clock, and so the last game won't start until around 6:45. But we'll bring you the full opening ceremony as part of the coverage of that 6 o'clock game. Meanwhile, here we still have 17 and a half minutes left. Puck launched down the ice, and this will be an icing call against Cabot. 1-1 the score here in the third period, as we have 17-19 left to go in this game. Big thanks to everybody tuning in wherever you're joining us from. We really do appreciate having you along for the ride. Puck played around to the far boards. Picked up there by Reddick. He'll get it ahead for Bowie. Bowie trying to get away from Amaro. Drop pass intended for Broussard. Gets beyond him, but Austin Landry holding it in at the line. Now Reddick back with it. His pass goes through Broussard. Comes back to the line for Landry. Landry shot blocked by Verge. Puck goes to the far wall. Cameron Urquhart gets taken into the boards by Bowie. Now Bowie goes to play it back to the blue line, and it goes right between the two defenders. Landry able to reach it before it gets too far gone. And now the Highlanders at center ice, but Verge will get the steal there as Reddick had trouble getting on the puck. Verge gets bumped off there by Austin Landry. And now the puck gathered up by Campbell. He'll play it ahead. Bowie's pass goes off a leg. Reddick will get it. And Theo Reddick plays it out to center. Here's White with the puck. He'll give to Amaro, who brings it in. Amaro with the shot, the kick save. Verge gets to it, takes it down to the corner, gets a bump in the corner there from one of the Highlander defenders as they battle for the puck. It finally is worked free, and it's Jake McInnes. He'll get it ahead to Davidson. Davidson comes in, his shot blocked by Weston. Now the puck goes into the end glass and over the glass, and now to play, and we'll get a stoppage with 15:52 left to go here in period number 3. And I haven't been mentioning this a lot today, but we do like to try and be interactive if at all possible. You can reach us one of 3 ways. Go to x.com and look for Petter Sports and Streaming. The handle is at Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports. That's P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports. You can reach us through X. Go to x.com and search for Petter Sports and Streaming, or go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Look for the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, and then the post that's marked NSU16AAA Provincials. And you can share your thoughts if you're watching the game. Let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're cheering for, all those sorts of things. If you have any positive or negative feedback, you know, if there's something we're getting right, if there's something we're getting wrong, we want to hear about it. Here's Probert with the puck. There's a shot, a save made by Doucette, and he'll hang on for the faceoff. 4:31 gone here in the third period, as this game had a real quick pace to it for periods 1 and 2, but starting to slow down a little bit here in period 3. And maybe partially because the Kings are playing their second game of the day already, and you know, the legs may be starting to feel a little bit heavier. That certainly is a possibility when you get to this time of day, and you played your first game at 10 o'clock in the morning, so you were here probably at 8:30 in the morning for that first game. And I'm guessing traveled up in the morning rather than, although maybe they came up yesterday, I don't know. Daniel Landry dumping the puck in. Evans will steer it towards the far corner. Race to get to it. Orchard tries to chop it past Davidson, but Davidson knocks that down. Now Davidson looking for a centering pass. That's deflected into the air and then comes down right onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson and Orchard coming out. Orchard able to work his way around John Hugh McInnes. Then McInnes takes Orchard into the wall. Coming over to try and help out for the Kings is Probert. Puck comes loose to Davidson. He'll get it as far as the line, but then it's held in by Weston. Daniel Landry will play it towards the corner. Sends it around to the near side. McHattie has that puck bounce off of his stick, and the Kings right there pressuring again. Thompson looking for the puck in the corner. Probert will get on it. He's trying to get away from McDonald. Plays it back to the line for Bernier. Bernier looking for a lane through the traffic. His shot blocked by McHattie. Bernier back on it again. Sends it behind the net. Probert looking to center it, and that's broken up and taken away by Davidson. Davidson will gain the red line and dump the puck in. McHattie going after it. He'll get there about the same time as Bernier does. They collide. Puck comes loose towards the near side. Bernier can't get past King with the puck. Now Bernier finds it in his feet and gets it up to Thompson out at center ice. Thompson has it knocked away from him, though, and Austin Landry will play it across to Oliver. Oliver can't do anything with it, and LeBlanc sends it the other way to Jace McLean. McLean sends a shot on, didn't get much on that, and Doucette easily steers that one down towards the corner. Now back to the line, LeBlanc, he'll send it back down low. It'll come around the boards to Austin LeBlanc on the near, or Austin Landry rather, on the near side, Now Landry back with it again. He'll come forward, get the puck to McHattie. McHattie tries to work his way around Langell, but saw that lane taken away. Now Langell loses the puck as he comes in and collides hard there with Austin Landry. Now Amaro with the puck in his own zone. 6:45 gone, third period. Tied up at a goal apiece. Heb pokes the puck down towards the lower part of the zone. Amaro will play it right back out to center. Waiting for it and gathering it in is Oliver. Oliver will carry across the blue line. Amaro knocks the puck off his stick. Heb following up, tries to send it towards the net. Picked up there by LeBlanc. He takes a bump from McClellan, and the loose puck gathered in by Amaro for the Kings Hockey Club. Here comes Amaro through center, gains the red line, dumps the puck in. Campbell will get to it first for the Highlanders. Played to the line, and it comes out. Fraser will dump it back in. Kings touch up. That gives Austin Landry a little bit of time. He'll play the puck up to Heb. Heb sees Martin coming in, so plays it off the wall and out to center. Fraser gathers it up for the Kings there, and he'll get back into the Highlander zone. Over 7.5 gone, third period. Martin with the puck. He shoots and scores! What a pass right onto the stick of Braden Martin. And Braden Martin is having a day. That is his fourth goal of the day. About it, it's now 2-1 for the Kings. Braden Martin with his second goal of this game and fourth of the tournament. Ben Fraser with the lone assist on the goal by Braden Martin. Braden Martin's fourth goal, fourth point from Ben Fraser at 7:40 to make it a 2-1 scoreline in favor of the Kings Hockey Club. Battle in the corner. 4 players in there. Urquhart trying to keep the puck tied up along the wall. It's finally worked free. Played back to the line, just reaching out and keeping it onside. Great effort there by Daniel Landry. Unfortunately, he had to stretch out so much just to keep the puck onside that he couldn't maintain control of it by that point. Now Broussard plays it off the wall. It'll come back to Daniel Landry. He'll play it around to the far side. And the Highlanders look to work their way out, trailing for the second time in this game. Here's John Hugh McInnes looking to get around Weston. Takes the puck all the way to the end boards. John Hugh McInnes plays it back to Bowie. Bowie gives to Davidson. Davidson finds a shot. And Evans makes the save and hangs on with 10:59 left to go. Keeping his team out in front by the slimmest of 1-goal margins. McDonald plays the puck back into the Kings zone after it was cleared out. LeBlanc back to get it. He'll play it around to Bernier. Bernier returns it to the far side for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will return it back to the near side for Bernier. That pass out of his reach, though. Jake McInnes gets to it. He'll set it up to Davidson. Davidson gets his pocket picked by Pay. Say that 5 times fast. And now here is McInnes. That being Jake McInnes. His shot goes off the foot of Bernier. Puck comes to the front of the net, and pouncing on top of it is Logan Evans, and he'll hang on for a stoppage. 10:15 remaining here in the third period of the third game of the day here at the 2025 Nova Scotia U16 AAA Provincial Championship Tournament. And It's going to be A.J. McDonald to take this draw against Langell. That is Marco Langell. McDonald wins it back to Oliver. His shot goes just wide of the net. Now 4 players down below the goal line battling for that puck. It's going to be McDonald. But then it's knocked away from him, and the Kings will get possession, and out they come. Pass for Jace McLean. Bounces off of his stick and is sent the other way by Austin Landry. Now White. He'll play it up the wall. McClellan there to knock that down for the Highlanders. But the puck ends up with Jace McLean. He'll get it back out to center again. Takes a bump from King as the 2 number 71s collide. But now Langell with the puck. Langell lost it in his own feet for a moment. That allowed Landry to come up and find a bump. But Amaro will get on the puck at his own blue line. He'll play it over to the near side. White will send it ahead. McLean can't get a stick on it. Campbell turns it the other way, but just out of the reach of Jack McInnes. Now dumped in to the Highlander zone. Played up the wall for Marco King. He'll get the pass ahead. Or Marlo King, excuse me. Now McLean coming back the other way, but he'll lose the puck to Campbell, and Campbell will send ahead Jack McInnes. Over for McClellan. McClellan's shot steered aside by Evans. Centering pass broken up there, as getting in the way of that one was Jackman. Jordan Jackman coming up out of center, out to center I should say. Gains the red line, dumps the puck in. Campbell will go back and get it. Plays it off the wall to get it away from Martin. Now Marlo King puts it right onto the stick of Jackman. Jackman with a shot, and the save made by Doucette. Orchard at center ice. Plays it back into the Highlander zone. Campbell back. He's being chased by Orchard. Able to change direction, trying to get some space from Orchard. Gets the puck up to McClellan. McClellan lost the puck in his feet. Jackman comes over to pick it up. Tried to make a pass to Martin. Broken up by Broussard. Now Jackman back on it as we approach 8:10 left to go in the third period. Off the boards, John Hugh McInnes. Plays it ahead, intended for Bowie. Fraser got a stick on it, but it did still get through to Bowie, who was able to feed it up to Broussard. Broussard trying to cut through the defense, but Weston and Orchard together able to tie him up enough. Now at the end boards, Jackman reverses it to Weston. Weston will get it over to Orchard. Orchard misplays the puck slightly. That gives Broussard a chance to get in there. Bowie now tries a wraparound, but the puck rolls off of his stick before he could get it above the goal line. Now Daniel Landry towards the front of the net. Broussard couldn't get a deflection on it, and it'll be picked up by Jackman. He'll get it to the line and just out. Now Fraser. Lead pass does connect with Martin. Reddick did get a piece of the puck, but it still got all the way through to Martin, but he couldn't take advantage and get a shot away. And the Highlanders now get it back out to center, but LeBlanc picks up there. He'll bring it right, or he looked like he was going to bring it right back in, but then bobbled the puck and then had to dump it in. John Hugh McInnes picking it up and bringing it back out to center, trying to get away from Andrew Urquhart. Dumps it in off the glass, and it'll go around behind the net. Bernier gets there and reverses it up to Andrew Urquhart. Urquhart couldn't get the puck past Reddick. It's sent back down low. Now LeBlanc faked like he was going to play it to Bernier, but we're going to get the puck stopped as it was played with a high stick. And we'll get a stoppage with 6:50 left to go here in period number 3. 2-1 the score in favor of the Kings Hockey Club over the Cabot Highlanders. Again, our next game will feature the host team, the Fundy Thunder, taking on the Voyageurs. Voyageurs will come into that game with a 1-0 record. Thunder 0-1. As they'll meet in the 4 o'clock game, and then the final game of the first day will be the Highlanders taking on the Basin Armada. Here's Bernier. He'll dump it in. 6:25 and counting left to go here, third period. Landry ties up his man below the goal line. McDonald will get the puck, play it ahead for Jake McInnes. He'll get it out to center. White sending it right back in again, delayed offside, but Landry bringing the puck out makes that a moot point. Now Daniel Landry still with it. Drops it off to Davidson. Davidson's shot goes wide. Around the near boards, Probert had McDonald on him. Probert dropped it back to White. White now had a couple players on him. He tries to work his way through the crowd. Probert back on it again. Now White will send it over to the far side of the ice, and it'll be picked up there by Cameron Urquhart. He gets it over to the far side where Pay had some space, but Pay couldn't do much with that. Now Pay gets it back again. Gives to Amaro. Amaro's shot goes wide. Puck will come up the boards to Pay again. Back to the line for White. Across to the far side, Amaro. Amaro's shot. Save made by Doucette. By Doucette. Thompson tried to get a shot off. That was blocked. Now up the far wall. Probert tried to play it back to the line to Amaro, but that's broken up, and here comes a chance for King. But King lost the puck in his own feet there for just a moment, and that was enough for the Kings to be able to recover. Not able to clear the zone, however. Now they do get the puck out as Thompson was able to deflect it away. Bowie comes back to pick up. His pass knocked down by Thompson as we're down under 5 minutes left to go, third period. King with the puck. He'll work it ahead, tried to dump it in. It goes off of Amaro. Amaro will back it up to White. And White will take it all the way back behind the net. Now takes a look. Long lead pass. Connects there with Langell. Langell will send it deep into the Highlander zone. Gathered up there by Cabot. And Heb at the blue line, able to kick it out to center. Chases it down. Then gets it free for Reddick. Reddick with a shot, and that goes off the post and bounces right back to Evans. Fortunately for him, as we're just back underway here, 4:10, and that's going to be an icing, so 4:08 now left to go here in the third period. And the face-off will be inside the Kings' end to the right of netminder Logan Evans. By the way, all of these games from today will get posted to YouTube throughout. During the opening ceremonies is when I plan on getting these first 4 games uploaded to YouTube. And then the last game of the day, which will be after the opening ceremonies, will get uploaded after that game is finished. Before I leave for the night, I'll do the upload. And then tomorrow's games we'll try and upload as we go. We'll see how that works, depending on timing and whatnot. But every single game from this tournament will be available to watch on YouTube at the very latest by Monday. So if anything, if you want to rewatch any of the games, at the very latest, every game from this tournament will be available online by Monday through YouTube. Go to the AO Live channel and look for the playlist that is marked as the 2025 U16AAA Provincial Championship playlist. And you'll find all of these games, and they will be clearly marked Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, and they will also be marked with which teams were playing in each game, so you'll be able to find them quite easily. Here's Heb with the puck. Getting it towards the front of the net. Cleared away by Orchard, out to center. Daniel Landry goes to dump it back in. He and Martin have a little bit of a collision there, and I think the puck ended up hitting somebody in the Kings bench. And that's what led to the stoppage with 3:13 left to go here in the third period. And the face-off will be just outside the Highlander blue line. Verge in to take this draw against McDonald. Puck ends up with Jake McInnes. He plays it to Oliver, up for Davidson. Davidson has the Highlander goal in this game. Bernier takes the puck behind his own net, goes to play it ahead. It hits Verge, and then Verge tried to make a pass but didn't get much on it. And the Highlanders back on the puck, but Davidson has it taken from him by Cameron Urquhart. Urquhart out to center, played right back in again by Austin Landry. As we're down to 2:40 left to go. Looking backdoor for McInnes, he scores! Jake McInnes able to take the pass, and he was checked. Give the defense credit. They had a man on him, but McInnes was able to back door with the tap in. And we're all knotted up at twos. 2:36 left to go. Jake McInnes, his first goal, first point of the tournament. Ryan Davidson and Aiden McDonald with the assists, or AJ McDonald he's also known as. As that puck ends up in the Kings bench, we'll get a stoppage with 2:12 left to go. And now that we're down to the final 132 seconds, I'm going to pull out my sheet of information about what happens if a game ends the round robin tied after regulation. So I've got this ready to go in case I need it in a couple of minutes' time. I want to give a big thanks to the tournament organizers for making sure I had this information right at hand and easy to work with. Sometimes you go to a tournament and you ask for that kind of stuff and it doesn't end up coming to you, but the tournament organizers here have been fantastic making sure I've got everything I need. Puck goes back down into the King zone, and it ends up being King of the Highlanders who gets it, as he won that battle against White, but then went to play the puck down the boards. White knocked it down. Couldn't clear the zone, however. Now John Hugh McInnes trying to get towards the net, has the puck knocked away. Thompson will get it and bring it out to center. 1:23 left to go, third period. Tied up at deuces. Here's Daniel Landry. Plays the puck up to Heb. Heb will get it up for Reddick. Reddick has it knocked away from him, and Pay will send it back deep into the Cabot zone. Back to get it, John Hugh McInnes. Around behind the net. Landry to Heb. Heb tried to play it up to Broussard. That's broken up by Jackman. And the Highlanders look to clear their own zone again. 52 seconds and counting left to go, third period. Daniel Landry dumps it into the King's end after he gains the red line. Weston will play it around to Orchard. Orchard lead pass. Jackman deflects it the rest of the way out to center. Oliver waiting for it there. Gives to Austin Landry. Landry's pass knocked down by Jackman. Now Braden Martin will pick up the puck for Jackman. There's a chance, but Oliver with the block. And now out come Cabot Highlanders. Here's Jake McInnes, trying to get it to the front of the net for McDonald, but it goes off of Weston and down into the corner. 18 seconds left in the third period. Here comes Jackman. Jackman gives to Martin. Martin with 4 goals today, 2 in each game. His shot deflected up over the glass and out of play, and we will get a stoppage with 8.3 seconds left to go in the third period. 2 goals apiece. The shot clock is 19-18. That's about as even as you could ask for as we get this close to the end of regulation. Goals are dead even. Shots, Kings 1 shot ahead of the Cabot Highlanders. Puck comes back to Keats. Keats trying to find a shooting lane. He won't get one. And the Highlanders will get the puck out to center, and that will do it for regulation. And we are going to overtime. So let's read from the manual here. Tie game round robin. For round robin play, if a game is tied at the end of regulation time, teams shall have a 2-minute rest without leaving the ice, not change ends, and commence 1 5-minute stop time sudden victory period. If the teams remain tied after the overtime period, each team will receive 1 point. So that is all there is to that. We'll play a 5-minute overtime, and if it stays tied, it stays tied. If a team scores, it is sudden victory. Shots on goal at the end of the third period, as we mentioned, 19-18 for Kings. So shots in the third period were 8-5 in favor of the Highlanders. Third period scoring summary, just the 1 goal scored, and it came with 2:36 remaining in regulation. Jake McInnes, his first goal, first point of the tournament, assisted by Ryan Davidson and Austin AJ McDonald. And that made it 2-2, which is how the game did end. No penalties in the third period. So the Kings finish regulation 1 for 1 on the man advantage. Highlanders finish regulation 0 for 2 with the power play. And as mentioned, shots on goal 8-5 for Cabot, and the 3-period total 19-18 in favor of Kings. We'll have okay. So just announcing here in the building what I announced to all of you a moment ago about if we end overtime still tied, we do not go to a shootout. The game will stay a tie result. So here we go. 5 minutes go up on the clock, and it is 5-on-5. We don't go down to 3-on-3. We will stay 5-on-5 for this overtime period. Kings will start with Urquhart, and Verge, along with Orchard and Weston. Highlanders will start with McInnes, McDonald, Davidson, and Landry. The McInneses are Jake and John Hugh. The Landry is Daniel. And the overtime is underway. Orchard dumps it right in, and Doucette steers that over to the corner. Daniel Landry plays it back behind his own net. And the Highlanders, here's Jake McInnes. He'll play it over to Davidson. Davidson with the shot, he scores! 22 seconds into overtime, Ryan Davidson gives the Highlanders the victory. It's a 3-2 final score. So I apologize, I hit replay but too late. And the Cabot Highlanders open their tournament with a victory, 3-2 in overtime against the Kings Hockey Club. 1 shot on goal for each side in the 22 seconds of overtime that we played. And so the final shots end up 20-19 in favor of the Kings. And we'll get confirmation of Davidson's goal. I don't think there will be an assist. We'll see if we get that goal announced or if they're going to go right into just announcing the players of the game. And for Davidson now, that was his second goal, 3rd point of this game. Hard to argue against him as player of the game for the Highlanders.
Highlanders goal scored by number 20, Ryan Davidson.
There we get the announcement of that goal.
17, Aiden McDonald. Time of the goal, 22 seconds. That's Davidson from
McClellan and McDonald. So McDonald with 3 assists as well. So Jacob Amaro gets player of the game for the Kings, and Amaro, a solid defenseman, a lot of good plays on the back end for Kings. And Aiden McDonald, who had 3 assists in this game, gets player of the game for the Cabot Highlanders. That's going to do it for us here in this one. We'll be back with you in about 20 minutes time or thereabout for game number 4 of the day. It will be the Fundy Thunder taking on the Voyageurs Hockey Club coming up here in about 20 minutes time. Until then, on behalf of my awesome cameraman Duncan McLean, this is Michael Petter saying may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. And one thing I forgot to include in my sign-off in the first 3 games of the day, elbows up, Canada. We'll be back with you in about 20 minutes time for our next one.